Sayyid Ali Hosseini Khamenei is a 12-year Shia Maha, and the second and current supreme leader of Iran. In office since 1989. He was previously president of Iran from 1981 to 1989. Khamenei is the longest-serving head of state in the Middle East, as well as the second longest-serving Iranian leader of the last century, after Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. According to his official website, Khamenei was arrested 6 times before being sent into exile for 3 years during Mohammad Reza Pahlavi's reign. After the Iranian Revolution overthrowing the Shah, he was the target of an attempted assassination in June 1981 that paralyzed his right arm. Khamenei was one of Iran's leaders during the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, and developed close ties with the now powerful Revolutionary Guards which he controls, and whose commanders are elected and dismissed by him. The Revolutionary Guards have been deployed to suppress opposition to him. Khamenei served as the third president of Iran from 1981 to 1989. While becoming a close ally of the first supreme leader, Ruhollah Khomeini, shortly before his death, Khomeini had a disagreement with the heir he had chosen, Hossein Ali Montazeri, so there was no agreed-on successor when Khomeini died. The Assembly of Experts elected Khamenei as the next supreme leader on 4 June 1989. At the age of 49, according to Akbar Hashmi Rafsanjani, Khamenei was the man Khomeini had chosen as his successor before dying. Khamenei has been head of the servants of Astan Quds Razvi since 14 April 1979. As supreme leader, Khamenei is the most powerful political authority in the Islamic Republic. He is the head of state of Iran, the commander-in-chief of its armed forces, and can issue decrees and make the final decisions on the main policies of the government in many fields such as economy, the environment, foreign policy, and national planning in Iran. Khamenei has either direct or indirect control over the executive, legislative and judicial branches of government, as well as the military and media. According to Karim Sajjadpur, all candidates for the Assembly of Experts, the Presidency and the Majlis are vetted by the Guardian Council, whose members are selected directly or indirectly by the Supreme Leader of Iran. There have been also instances when the Guardian Council reversed its ban on particular people, after being ordered to do so by Khamenei. There have been major protests during Khamenei's reign, including the 1994 Qazvin protests, the 1999 Iranian student protests, the 2009 Iranian presidential election protests, the 2011-2012 Iranian protests, the 2017-2018 Iranian protests, the 2018-2019 Iranian general strikes and protests, and the 2019-2020 Iranian protests. Journalists, bloggers, and other individuals have been put on trial in Iran for the charge of insulting Supreme Leader Khamenei, often in conjunction with blasphemy charges. Their sentences have included lashing and jail time, and some of them have died in custody. Regarding the nuclear program of Iran, Khamenei issued a fatwa in 2003 forbidding the production, stockpiling, and use of all kinds of weapons of mass destruction. Born to Sayyid Jawad Khamenei, an alim and mujtahid born in Najaf, and Khadijeh Mirdamadi in Mashhad, Khamenei is the second of 8 children. 2 of his brothers are also clerics. His younger brother, Hadi Khamenei, is a newspaper editor and cleric. His elder sister Fatemeh Hosseini Khamenei died in 2015, aged 89. He has an ethnic Azerbaijani background on his father's side, with one source claiming that his mother was an ethnic Persian speaker from Yazd. Some of his ancestors are from Tafresh in today's Markazi province and migrated from their original home in Tafresh to Khamenei near the Tabriz. Khamenei's great ancestor was Sayyid Hossein Tafreshi, a descendant of the Aftasi Sayyids, whose lineage supposedly reached to Sultan ul Ulema Ahmad, known as Sultan Sayyid, a grandchild of Shia 4th Imam Ali ibn Hussein. His education began at the age of 4. By learning Quran at Maktab, he spent his basic and advanced levels of seminary studies at the Hawza of Mashhad, under mentors such as Sheikh Hasham Kazvini and Ayatollah Milani. Then, he went to Najaf in 1957, but soon returned to Mashhad due to his father's unwillingness to let him stay there. In 1958, he settled in where he attended the classes of Sayyid Hossein Barujerdi and Ruhollah Khomeini. Like many other politically active clerics at the time, Khamenei was far more involved with politics than religious scholarship. Sanctions. On the 24th of June 2019, the United States imposed sanctions on Khamenei with the signing of Executive Order 13876. Family. Khamenei is married to Mansawa Khojaste Bagherzadeh, with whom he has 6 children, 4 sons and 2 daughters. One of his sons, Mojtaba, married a daughter of Ghulam Ali Haddad Adel. His eldest son, Mustafa, is married to a daughter of Azizullah Khoshwa. Another son, Masood, is married to the D.